So we'll see what's gonna happen with this. I've done some work on the hub, and I've done some work on fixing the A-arm in place. We'll see. We are going to see what's gonna happen. So obviously we need to change the position of the upper A-arm, which we must anyway. So it needs to be approximately here. No, no, this is too far. This is too much. So the way we have this, so this upright here, it's fine, but this ball joint here is too far out. So it needs to be a little bit further in. The main reason I redesigned this is so we can get the steering link half a stud closer to the center, which means that now the steering rack movement is enough to get us decent steering angles. Yeah, I'm going with this, Christian, because with your hubs we cannot get this closer to the steering wheel, as to the hub. So I have to go with this. It's not perfect. It's needs some work here, but you know, it is what it is. If we compare these two, you can see that this one is approximately half a stud, of course, further outwards. Now, how do we do that? How do we move this guy here half a stud further outwards? I don't know. So it's, you know, it's constant back and forth. You solve one thing, another one becomes a problem that wasn't an issue before. You know, with this system here, there's just no way that we can move this closer to this. It's gonna always be half a stud too far out. But here we have a fighting chance. If only we could move this guy here half a stud further out. we had this here. How can we fix this in position? Now, if we had this guy like here, maybe not specifically this, but something. Maybe even this guy in a position other than, so instead of here, we would have it half a stud in, yeah, but no, not this. We need to have this here. But if we position it like this, which we could, then we have to fix it in this direction. Then I don't know how to do that. I mean, alternatively, we could use this guy, but with this guy we have another problem. Then we can use something like this, for example, and then we can have this fixed in this direction, but then it's gonna go up and down, which is easier to fix. I don't know. And this is gonna be annoying. And this as well. If we do it like this, we have the same problem as the other one. Ideally, we would have this part here with axle holes on both sides. Then it would be no problem. But we don't. Yeah, it was pretty close. Yeah, that's what we like. We don't like if someone is running away too much. That's not interesting, right? Needs to be close. We definitely cannot do it like this. I mean, I don't want to ruin this setup, but we have to do something else up here. I don't know what. Because with this, while this is good geometry wise, we cannot move this guy here half a stud closer towards here without any consequences. We cannot have an axle here because of the axle of this, because it's whatever we have here is literally blocking this from turning, or you know, it's at least you can hear it. It's clashing with it, so The last one you sent me solves nothing. It solves literally nothing. Because, again, this guy here cannot be where this hole is. So I don't know what to do with it. And I'm looking at it. It's not really solving the problem. Yeah, how Ionia? How would this solve it? I don't know. It doesn't solve anything. We need to change this part here. How could we keep best of both worlds? That's the question. Best of both worlds. Because ideally what we want is we want essentially this to be here. This is what we want. This is what we want. This would be ideal. This would be perfect. But of course we have then this problem. So we need to connect this to this somehow. And the problem is that we cannot use this hole on the outside because we have the pin here. And I see no way of connecting it inside. We can't. Because, as mentioned, the axle here cannot be here. And on the outside, I don't see how. Without having, you know, a huge chunk of stuff here. Because what we could do, of course, is that we use this here and this here, and then we use where is it? This here, and this here, and then we still have a problem because we cannot connect this to this. You know, if we wanted to, then we are still in a pickle. And this is garbage. No. This is as if it's not there because it's still as wobbly as before. Yes, we made a connection, but it's useless. You know. This would be absolutely useless. And we need to have this as close as here, because otherwise we don't get enough steering wheel movement. Well, the suspension, we don't get enough steering lock. So we have to do something. This is as, I guess, as close as it gets to something useful. Um, Not good, but mm, wait, what was the thinking? Or not much apparently. Not much. Yeah, this cannot be here. I mean, we can make it less, a little less chunky. But still, we need this to curve inwards a little bit. I mean, it would be easy to solve with these, easier. Mm, but then, we get a wobbly wheel hub. We need to keep this. Otherwise, it's all for naught. Mm. So this would technically solve it, but this is horrible. This is just horrible. This is just wibbly wobbly everywhere. I don't know how to fix this. We need a pinhole here. Pin needs to go through here. not an axle. But I don't know how to put a pin in here. Or here. Either way, top or bottom, we need a pin. This is just absolutely unacceptable. And then you add in this, and you have and the wobble with the wheel, and you know, this is just no, 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 no. How could we add a pin here? There are no lift arms that would fit here. That's the problem. No lift arms would fit here. Hey, Maxim. No, this is not gonna go. This is not good. Yeah, no. Yeah, I know what you see, but then what happens is that the ball joint, see, the ball joint right now is like that. In your example, the ball joint is like this. So it's quite a significant change in camber. You know, you have to keep this in mind. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. Mm, yeah, I mean, what the heck? Let's try it. I mean, I don't know any better way, to be honest. There are no simple problems here. That's the problem. I mean, maybe we'll check it. I am absolutely willing to check it. I'm gonna check it now. If your solution maybe works, because I am out of ideas. But if we have it like this, I will try both. We'll try both. Okay. Okay. This looks okay. Oh, of course. I forgot to put the X in. Okay, so this is now 90-degree full. In both directions. I think we have Ackerman, to be honest. We have more deflection outside than inside. Not the worst. I mean, this is probably the best we can get here. Obviously, we need to make sure that this doesn't wobble, because it does now. But not that bad. Not that bad. What I'm gonna do is I am going to make sure that this here is parallel to the ground as it is now. This so that we have, you know, that when we actually do this, it gains camber. But as you can see, this is all the movement we get. Is it enough? I don't know. If it isn't, we're in trouble, because if we move this here closer, not only will the structure here be problematic, but that's the least of our problems, because we can use this here. I am afraid if we move this closer, the spring is going to be too soft. Maybe. But to be honest, this is something we are going to worry about later. Right now, let's check about bump steer again. So it looks, I mean, it looks as if we don't have any toe out or toe in. Never mind that, because this is just because of the slack. You can see, you know, I'm holding it like that. Obviously, it's gonna gravitate out. But if I have it, you know, on ground level, we don't see any, you know, I'm shaking it, so it's not really, it's more or less perfectly straight. what we need to see now is, what about bump steer? Do we have bump steer? Yes, we do. We do. We do have bump steer. It deflects outward. What about if we do this? If we do this, we don't have bump steer. So the correct position of the upper arm is here. But if we have it here, we have bump steer. Oh, for fuck's sake. If we have it here, which is not the correct way, we don't have bump steer. But we don't get the camber gain that we want either. So if we want this to be here, and we do, we need to change the position of this here. Interesting. Well, fuck me. The bump steer looks to be a product of the slack, because if I don't know what what the thing here is. So if I am pressing down like this with the steering, with the upper link in this position, we don't have any bump steer at all. But if I press on the lower link here and have it like this, we do have bump steer. I don't know what to say. Obviously, I mean, everything here is moving a little bit as a result, but I am not sure. I mean, there's no bump steer when I'm doing this with the wheel on the ground, even when driving. Let's remove the spring, because the spring might be a cause of, tension and stuff. Let's remove the spring. Always best to check without spring. Okay, so no spring. Yeah, we do have bump steer, but again, this bump steer, yeah, it is noticeable even with the wheel on the ground. Yeah, I mean, the tension, the spring does mask the bump steer when the wheel is on the ground, but we do have some bump steer. You can clearly see it. Okay, so I'm going to adjust this by half a stud. Bump steer is gone, obviously, but we have toe out. What if I do this? Toe out. Okay, increased bump steer. Okay. Yeah, I can clearly feel. I can clearly feel the bump steer when this goes up. This comes out. Even though I'm now holding the steering rack, so it wouldn't wobble on me, and it's centered. If I place this up, yeah, no bump steer. But I want it here. I obviously want it here. I am just testing here. Okay. Reverse bump steer. Okay. Okay, half a start, half a start. Let's check this. Yeah. I know you don't want to stay in. Come on. Okay. Okay. Still toe out, but no bump steer. Yeah, no bump steer, but we have toe out. Okay. What if we replace this here with this here? Okay. Still toe out. Still bump steer. I mean, the only problem with this is bump steer. Everything else is fine. How do we fix it? How do we fix this? You can clearly see here the camber gain. This is exactly what we want. And if we have this on top here, we have less, but maybe. Problem is that the spring is, allowing us only here. This spring is not allowing us much in terms of movement. I mean, let's see what we get if we change the spring. Basically, I mean not the spring, but this here. If we remove all of this here and use this here as the spring mount. So we basically have now the spring exactly in the middle of the lift arm, of the lower wishbone. Before it was here one step further forward. I mean, let's see if this is still acceptable stiffness. Yeah, it is. I think it's still acceptable. We'll see, of course, when it's on the car, but yeah, still acceptable stiffness. But we have more suspension movement. Ultimately, we are going to see if this is what we want when we have it completely assembled. So basically the other side as well. Before that, it's hard to tell. Yeah. There is just one thing to do. Making the other side. this is it. Okay, the lower lift arm. I mean, the lower wishbone needs to be done. And the upper one. Come on. But one thing that we have to do is we need to make sure that the upper suspension mount here is one stud further up. This is too high. This is too damn high. See, this is being stressed to the point where it's just popping out. And these are way too stiff. I mean, way too steep. See. Come on. Yeah, this immediately goes up. This is because we moved the springs, of course. Yeah. Yeah, there's too much. Yeah, we need to move this one step further up. Yeah. Okay. Let's engineer this. Okay. clash with this. Yeah, okay. For now, this will do. This is suboptimal. Okay, I know that, but I just want to see the geometry because this is gonna, this is gonna press up and it's not gonna be okay. I mean, maybe this is gonna help. Yeah, but not really. We need to make a better solution here. But first, we need to see if this even works. The geometry is something we can live with. Okay, yeah, this is much better. Or not. Let's see. Okay. Let's uncouple this. Let's see. Oh. Huh? This looks pretty decent. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. I mean, that's as good as a deflection as we can hope for 90 degrees. Obviously, if we unlock the 90 degrees, so if I pull this forward, we have more. But if we limit ourselves just to 90 degrees, so with servo, this is it. I can live with that, to be honest. I can live with that. That's as simple as it gets. If we fix the spring mounts somehow, we are good to go. Yeah. I think. And I already see how we're gonna fix the spring mounts. It's gonna fixing the spring mounts. It's gonna compromise this here. Oh god. But no, wait. Springs can only be mounted here. But we need to prevent this from flexing. So before when we have this here, this was fine. This is flexing. So, since we have this setup here, we can as well use this here and move the spring itself one step lower and use the way we had it attached before, which was perfect. And we can have best of both worlds. We only have to, well, re-engineer the mounts of the A arm on the chassis, which we have to do anyway because this guy here cannot be here anyway. There's no room for it on the other side, on the chassis. Well, we do have Ackerman, I think, but Ackerman is really not important to me. I don't think the original has Ackerman either, so who cares? It's complex enough, so I can live with it not having it. Yeah, this is driving really nice. Yeah. Okay, so we need to make sure that this thing doesn't wobble. This thing wobbles way too much. And we need to lower the springs. So we need to use this here. I tried to design A-arms that have, that utilize this here, but I don't know. I don't know how to do this. That would make our drop here easier because we would just be able to pin it with we would just be able to pin this here with one pin somewhere here, and then the triangulation would do the work for us, like on what we have in the car now. Or we can go with the beefy A-arm, like here. I don't know what would be best. Feels good. It's quite a decent angle. Okay, so these. Where do we want them? Ideally here in the middle, but that's not gonna happen. Because we are probably gonna do something like this here. You know, so we have this guy here as the middle mount here. And then I don't know, or we go with the these and have the same mount in here, but then we have to see what we do on this side. This side isn't perfect either, because, you know, but this can be, we can fix this in place, that's no problem, but this guy cannot be here because we have stuff here, so we cannot have a lift arm going across. Yeah. What do we have here? We do have the lift arm with alternating holes, and unfortunately there is no hole here. Fortunately, I see a way to mount it anyway. We would abuse. Can you see it? We would abuse this hole here to have a connector going to the front. Maybe that would be possible. No? That would be possible. Because the angle here is low enough, I think. Could get away with this. No. No, that's not good. So another problem, because we have this here, and here these go quite far forward, which is not cool. So basically we are going to have this guy replaced by the shorter one, and it's gonna just mesh with this hole here, just this one, just so it doesn't pull apart. Or we may omit it altogether. No, we can't, because this connection here is just one pin. This is just one pin connection, and if we don't have this here, it's gonna be wibbly wobbly. Okay, so we have to have it at least connected here, at least. Which is going to be a problem, of course, because a 4-stud pin would need to go through here. um, and only CADA has it. If I had the CADA for that pin, it would be able to be in here, but I don't, and I cannot wedge pins here to be placeholders because they just don't fit. I have no way of fitting them in here. Is this connection enough? Let's see. I mean, yeah. In combination with the middle tunnel here, it's gonna be enough. Okay. So we don't have to worry about connecting these. Fine. Okay. Right. Let's take this placeholder. It's gonna be in here. I'm still thinking of how to make a a attachment point for this. This would be ideal. It's not gonna happen. What if we make something like this? But this is also problematic. Because if we take this just as a example. Oh, maybe no, maybe we can. Maybe we can. I don't know what's gonna happen on this side here though, because this is yeah, it's very sketchy. This, if we have it like this, see, this doesn't even reach on the level of this. It's one stud further up, like this, but it needs to reach to here. And if we go here, we basically nerf its effectiveness. It would only work if we used something like this. No. Have it like this to help it. But this is also shit. Because first of all, we have absolutely no way of attaching this. And it's also not effective. So the only way we can do this is by having a beefy A-arm. Literally. how do we make the mount points for the AR? Because they're just in a very awkward position. I don't know. I need to think about it. In 15 minutes, we have clan wars again. So I'm gonna leave it with this. I think we have done good. Okay, we need to change this. But if you take the clusterfuck that we have here and compare it with this here, this is a lot cleaner. A lot cleaner. And this is gonna allow us to do some things here as well. We'll see about the wheel clashing with all of this. But that's for another time. Maybe tomorrow, I'm not promising, but on Monday we are gonna continue with this, and hopefully we are gonna finish it, because we have to finish the bodywork as well. So I have enough of this shit. To be honest, I would like to scrape this and build an entirely different car, but we need to finish it. We are too far in. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I see you in the next stream.